unpick. I'm just going to throw the microphone at whoever it hits. Okay, no, I'm not going to unpick you. I'm just going to sneak another one in after.
Well, what would you guys do if you lost your voices?
I had a dream about that and I woke up crying. That happened to me so recently. I had a dream that I lost my voice and I woke up and I was literally crying tears. So hoping that never happened to any of us.
Thanks, dude.
I've lost my voice a lot. It really, really sucks. It sucks. And then you still have to work when you're totally don't sound the same whatsoever. And that's why one of the reasons why sometimes you don't want to do the voices that people want you to do, because you have to take care of your instrument so you can still keep working and keep making these things.
But you want to know what we would do as a career if we couldn't do voiceovers.
What would you do?
I go back to modeling.
I am a trained mind.
That was kind of the answer I was wondering.
Okay, so, because that was a false fake last one, so the yellow hoodie, fuzzy thingy, zippy onesie.
Would you question the statement from Mr. Douglas? Eczema symptoms are cured by tea tree oil and shea butter.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Hey, everybody! So, see the half of the room is here. We're just waiting on the other half. It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. Sunday.
Oh, that's sweet.
I love
Nice
you.
and cozy. Let's bring it in. Bring it in.
Yeah. I love
You guys
that.
all stay up late last night?
Yes.
Sadly.
Sadly.
Like, are we even up yet?
All right, raise your hands. Who went to bed at midnight? Who went to bed at 1? Who went to bed? Who went to bed
3 in
at
the
2?
morning. 3.
Who went to bed at 3? Who went to bed at 4?
What's sweet?
Who went to bed at 5?
I did not.
Oh man. Who went to bed at 6?
I would kill myself.
Who got laid?
Congratulations. I did not. That's how you know.
So what are we talking about today at this time? DC Douglas?
I don't know, Dante. What do the Dante fangirls want to talk about?
Wait a minute. Voice acting.
Yeah. Is there a particular topic for this particular panel?
You know, actually, it's funny you asked that.
Yes.
Because I was reading in the schedule that there was. And we just discovered before we walked in here that this is supposed to be voice acting versus, is it
Live action.
Live acting. As though we're dead or pre-recorded when we're doing voice acting. Makes no sense.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's talk about it.
Questions?
Yes.
For what color is that? Magenta. That's not magenta. I don't even know what color that is. That's like pink on fire.
Yeah, I like my on my way. Thank you.
That's nice.
I dig it.
Dig it.
I was wondering, because I've seen a lot of like video of people voice acting, and it's always like you're watching the video while talking to the person, so you can tell what scene they're in. Is it hard to get into the emotional standpoint, like when the character's crying, or when they're angry, or do you get used to it at some point?
Well, we're going to start over here with this young lady who does lots of voice work, and see what she says.
I feel like that as an actor, like I said, with the tools in the toolbox, which I've said like all weekend, that you have to have certain tools in your toolbox. And at voice acting in particular, because you do not have another person that you're talking to, well, at least for mine, it's dub. You have to be able to access emotions really quickly. But and if sometimes you just have like little tricks, little go-to tricks, like if I want my character to sound stressed out, I just push my hands together and create pressure, and then all of a sudden I sound really stressed out. And there's like little tricks you can do like that. But for crying and stuff like that, I mean, I'm never usually actually crying in the booth, but it's just the go-to in the toolbox of what you're doing. And I don't really find it difficult because you've developed these characters, so it's easy to react to what's going on, in their little lives. So.
Good morning.
Good morning. And then, so with live acting, you know, if you have to cry, then they're going to want you to cry. Except for now, apparently some of these big budget movies, I'm noticing there's CGI tears they work in on some characters.
Wow.
You notice that? Like they decided in post, like there really should be a tear for that. And then they'll put it in, and it's, anyway. It is weird. Though actually, oh, here we are. Now I'm Dante.
Right there. It's good.
Yeah, I found the sweet
Actually,
spot.
back in the day, well, I don't know, today still, but they would also blow glycerin in your eyes.
Now, I'm going to tell you something here. But I just did a movie called Helen Alone on camera, and I shot in Houston, a lovely, lovely way to live. Have you been to Houston?
Yeah.
H-Town. There's 4 blocks there that are really cool. And then there's Houston. But in it, does this sound good when I talk like this? Do you like it like this?
I like it. I'm digging it. Roll with it.
So I'm
like it
doing
like
this
this?
scene, and my son has just died. And then what I decide to do is... So my son has just died, and screw this. In the movie, it's a movie, I'm an actor. So it's just died, and so but it's a weird, like, David Lynch-esque film, and also I'm trying to bring him back to life, and obviously then I realize he's dead, and so I have to go through this, the whole feeling of the fact my son has just died, and then I have to turn into anger because I'm going to kill the girl who I think killed him. And I decided, because it was late night, and it's one of these like indie films, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna trudge up horrible stuff in my past so I can actually cry for this brief moment before I turn into anger. You know, I'm in the moment, I'm doing the what if and all of that, but it's no tears happening, humidity or something, I don't know what it was. And the lead actress who'd been working for like 3 months straight on it, she's like glycerin, or not glycerin, she's like, what is it, Vicks Vapor Rub. She's like Vapor Rub, you know, because she's just so, you know, so emotionally drained. And she's a little pipsqueak of a thing, so she was probably, you know, dehydrated. And I said, hey, yeah, put some of that over here. And it was kind of cool to put it on, but then you have like a time frame, so you have to wait, you know, wait till the camera crew's ready, and they're like, ready, we're about to roll. It's like, okay, and roll, and all of a sudden it goes, and like, and actually, what it does is it's like a psychological gesture, like she was talking about with the tricks. That becomes a psychological gesture, in that your eyes start to water up, and because you're in it, and what if, that it triggers your eyes to do even more watering from the emotion of it. So, is this interesting at all, by the way?
Yes. Yes.
So, but you can't, in other words, what I'm saying is, it can't just be in the voice when you're on camera. You need to have truth in the eyes, because it can be perceived visually. And that's how people have access when they're watching on-camera stuff, is we access everything by watching the actor's eyes.
Right. And then the other thing that's really different between voice acting, if you're gonna do like an emotional scene, and on-screen acting. So when you're voice acting, you pretty much do that scene once or twice with, you know, with the crew, right? With the cast. But when you're acting on screen, what you understand is we do the scene several times. There's a wide shot that you're doing it several takes of that. Then they do a medium shot, so now you're closer. Then you do the whole scene again like that. Then they do coverage, which means if I'm doing a scene with Brittany, they have the camera over here, and we're shooting Brittany, and we're doing the emotional scene. Then they got the camera over here. And what it is as an actor, when you're acting on screen, you really have to really choose how much energy you're going to spend per scene, because when it's like the money shot, when it's on you, and it's a close-up, and you have to bring tears, but you were crying like 6 hours ago in the wide shot, and so now we've done the scene 25 times. It's hard to, you know, when you're younger, you don't know that. You're spent by that time. As you grow up and you understand more, it's like your performance in the wide shot is going to be slightly different from your performance as it comes into the close-up, where you're maybe saving this emotion.
Because you know that when they go to edit it, they're not that master shot he's talking about. They're going to do that at the beginning, maybe to establish it, and at the end when someone walks out. But they're not going to use much in the middle there unless there's a screw up with the close-ups and stuff. And if you've spent it in that master shot, you're screwed.
You're working with young actors, and they're going off in the master shot, and you're going, hey man, you need to, you know we're doing this like 25 times. They save a little bit of that for your, like, when that camera comes in on you. So that's another one of the differences from like on camera and voice acting.
But you know, back to your question, you were talking about when you're looking at the for that kind of anime dubbing where you see the stuff and you're trying to match the lip flaps and all of that. If anything, that probably helps with the emotion, because you have context. You can kind of see, you know, especially if they've got other production in there that you can hear. You can see what the mood is, and the dynamics that are happening in the scene. So it clues you in better. Where with a lot of video games, when you don't have any animatics or anything to look at, and you're just going off of your sheet, and the director says, I think the context here is that you're upset. And so you're like, you have this line where you're like, ah! And then the next line you think is a continuation, like, no, this is a whole other scene, by the way. No, you're actually happy and you're having a bagel. Oh, all right. So I'll be good. Where's my butter? Yeah, questions?
It's hilarious.
Phantom? No, sorry. I see. I don't know any of these games. They're like Phantom of the Opera. Yes.
Comment during recording. Do you do small groups or like the individual booth kind of setup?
I'm sorry, small groups or just alone in the booth?
It's like voice actors.
But it's different. It's different for depending on the different kinds of shows. So if it's anime, anime or video games, usually we're alone in the booth.
Yep.
If it's a cartoon series, I've only had one cartoon series, and they tried to always record us all as a group, or at least the robots together. Transformers Rescue Bots on the Hub Saturday. But you've done a lot of.
Yeah, you're right. We try to do the group as much as possible because that's the more organic sound when you're doing scenes. But we all get busy with our schedules, so usually sometimes it happens where we're coming in alone and you're just doing your lines by yourself. But it's always best. I think most actors want to work with other actors.
Yes.
Though with our show, we we used to all like try to do it together, and then like in the second season, second half, all of a sudden it's like they broke us down into smaller groups and to record to get through it quicker because we all screwed around so much. And it got bad. We were spending more time taking selfies and pictures of each other and all that. So we had to do a no cell phone rule. And then we just started making jokes. Maurice LaMarche will just do the stand-up routine and then burp for an hour. And so they're like, okay, so we got to break it down even further.
Therapy sessions happen.
Yeah, then there's some therapy sessions.
It's like, so this thing is happening. We're like,
Steve Bloom is so emotionally fragile that hold his hand, and Jason Marsden likes to have a nudity thing that we have to talk him through. So. And Lacey Chabert is such a bitch. No, I'm kidding. She's the sweetest thing. Oh my God, she's the sweetest thing. Yes, Birdman.
Yeah,
Jose.
Yeah, question for the 19th. You do the episode of Beyond Belief kind of fiction?
oh yeah, that was.
I did one too.
You did one of those? Yeah, I remember that.
That's like late 90s.
That was so long ago. My memory of that particular gig was I slept through my alarm clock. And I was late to the set, and I got in trouble.
Oh God!
It never happened. I think that's the only time it ever happened. But I remember that because.
And that kind of sucks to get in trouble for being late to a crappy show.
Yeah, like they're yelling at me because I was late, and I'm like.
It was, come on, it's like reenactment things, and you've got
but
like.
it is sometimes based on the true story.
I know.
Yeah,
When they
cool.
halfway through your show, and they stop, they go, "Is this fact or fiction?" And they get a call in too, right? You call a number and they tally the vote or whatever.
That show?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. See, it was a crappy show.
Yeah. So as actors, you do all kinds of stuff.
Oh no. I watched them all.
Hilarious. Thank you. Go ahead.
I was gonna say now, because getting back to the theme of live action versus recording, in 1996 or something, I did an episode of Silk Stockings.
That was a cool show.
Almost as good as Fact or Fiction, or Beyond Belief. But they shot in San Diego, and so I had never been to Mexico. And I decided to go down the night before, and they had a hotel room and everything. I decided to go into Tijuana. And I didn't get back to my hotel until 6 a.m., and they came to pick me up at 10 a.m. And I still was reeking of alcohol. And this is how, I was young, it was irresponsible. But it was also Silk Stockings. But I go to set, and this is the thing, you can't do this if this is voiceover. But it was okay that my voice was kind of raspy when I went there because I was playing this character called a weasel. I was a lawyer for this mob guy, and I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna finish the story this way. So, what was funny was it's all these mob guys in swimsuits sitting around outside by the pool with all these like big-breasted girls in the pool, and they're playing poker. And I'm the lawyer, and I'm like in a suit, a wool suit, and I'm supposed to be sweating. And that's where I met that joke the other night about Emmanuel. Did a whole series of Emmanuel films. What? Really? Wow, we burned through this.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I better wrap this answer up. Yeah, so like they said.
Yeah. So we got one more question then? One more question.
Here's a good one.
It's, let's do the girl in the back with the hoodie. Yeah, you. Oh, Glitch. That Glitch? What's up? There it is.
There you go.
This is kind of a voice acting thing too. I made you something, but can you accept it as Zuko?
Yeah.
That's the reason why I want you to accept it as Zuko.
Maybe it's your honor.
That is awesome.
A pop-up.
It's gold and it says Zuko's honor inside. You're never going to be able to get rid of it.
This is
You, by the way,
amazing.
have a voice for voiceover.
I've been told that a lot, but it just get really nervous.
And your name?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Hanari.
Hanari.
Yeah.
I am honored to receive this gift.
You should be honored. I am a president.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Let's take my job.
That's awesome.
Love you.
Fire Nation wallet. Are we done? We got
You know what? Let's do one more.
one more.
Because I know this was so short, guys. So let's green. Okay, you, the with the waving hand. I'm sorry, that's so desperate there.
Between all the roles you've done, voice acting and live, like on-camera acting, which do you prefer? Do you have one particular favorite of each one?
I mean, I just love acting.
Thank you.
Truthfully.
Thank
So
you.
either or, if it's a great character and if they're paying.
Yeah. Money's amazing, actually. That's.
I came to LA to be an on-camera actor because that was my dream, and the voiceover has given me a way to live as an actor, doing acting. So I'm so grateful to voiceover. But if somebody said, you know, we're giving you a series tomorrow on camera, and it will take care of the rest of your life, then I don't know if I would do a lot of voiceover after that. I think I would just do that series, just because I love being my whole body involved in working off of other actors, looking in their eyes, and having to sustain the reality for a certain amount of time. That's always been, yeah. But if I could make the same money that I do in film and TV doing theater, then I would do theater over film and TV most definitely, because that's the best.
Oh, really?
But I'm so grateful to voiceover. It is a great way to make a living and to be using the art, using art, being a part of the art.
Yeah, I'm totally along with that. I really would, if I could, I would do theater again in a heartbeat. That was the most rewarding. But I love doing voiceovers.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, Rufio was like an iconic character that I did on camera, and then Prince Zuko was this iconic character that I did behind the microphone. And it's just crazy. Sometimes you just, you know, you have no idea where this career is going to take you.
And I would also, I'll finish with this, and I'll say, though, if I could make all of my money just being famous with you guys and doing cons in Florida, I would
Thank you guys so much.
do like the VIP pass for this whole weekend, so you could have that seat. It's like you're there every damn panel. Let's hear it for the Birdman. I like how we pick the same seats, like it's class.
He should be at the end.
theme of this panel is, can we stay awake until we get to the airport?
Yeah, that's gonna happen.
How you guys doing?
Good.
This is Brittany, Dante, I'm DC. What's your name?
Melanie. Melanie Perez.
We love you, Brittany.
We love you, Dante.
You had cool parents.
Brittany, I love you.
All right, so I think we should start off with Brittany.
We love Western too.
We like Dante.
Who's that? A chessboard walked in.
He was American Dragon.
Oh, you know. Come on, dude.
What's up, you guys?
Yes.
This is our farewell panel. So it's sad because we gotta go.
Yeah. No, don't leave.
I know. My first time in Florida, but not my last.
Yeah, ShadowCon. ShadowCon. ShadowCon.
Something. I think.
ShadowCon.
If you guys want us at another con, you have to go and email, call, tell that con you want us there, and then they will contact.
Dante, you're going to ShadowCon.
I am going to ShadowCon.
You're going to Shadow October.
Yeah. It's official. I'll see you at ShadowCon.
It's official. Yeah.
I might get in trouble for saying that, but
No, you are going. You're on the site and everything. You're on the site. It says it.
you guys know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Where am I having lunch tomorrow?
I don't know. Pizza. Pizza.
Very good stalkers.
Yes.
In and out.
Get some.
In and out is exactly what I'm going to be
It's a
tomorrow.
pasta.
You knew it.
Chipotle.
What?
No.
How are we gonna? How do you?
Here's how you do it.
run a
Here's
panel?
how you do it. Questions? Well, you've had a lot, so we're getting to you, sir. So, but no, give us.
Yeah, the cat ears, yeah.
Okay, it's a weird question, but what would you guys do if you were 50 feet tall?
I don't know.
I would step on everybody who ever hurt me.
That's good.
I would play in the NBA. The only Filipino in the NBA. Dante Bosco, 50 foot tall.
Do anything, you just go.
I just like that guy.
I would walk the streets of New York by the high rises looking for people having sex.
My tongue outfit just to scare people, just for a little while.
That'd be fun. I could just see that.
Question? Question right there, the dolphin in the back.
Dante, how was it to work with Rob Williams during Cook?
Robin, it was amazing. I said another panel, but he's just a great guy. He's the kind of actor, he's exactly what you would think he'd be like. A big kid, so much energy, amazingly brilliant, incredible improv actor. But he's also very soft-spoken. We talked a lot about poetry because I really love Dead Poet Society, and I became a poet, and I am a poet in LA, so I got to see both sides of him, and he's just a gem of a man. Questions? In the back, with the black glove. Hi. You gave me candy, and I'm eating it. She gave me candy.
When you leave Metrocon 2013, what is the one experience that really stood out to you this year?
Dante signed someone's boob.
You know what? I'm actually really new to doing cons, so it's all standing out to me. Literally, like, this is my second con in America. I mean, I've done Comic Cons just in San Diego to promote like Avatar and stuff like that. But going out and doing cons, this is like my second con. So I'm gonna remember all of this.
Yeah.
Brittany?
I'm trying to think of something specific, but you went first.
No, not at all.
I mean, I always have the most fun at in the autograph line and meeting my fans, and a lot of them are friends that I've seen over and over again, and that's one of the coolest parts, is that even though they have my autograph, it's really that now it's not a fan, it's actually just a friendship now, and it's really cool to have that experience. This is the only kind of place where everybody is so happy to be here, no one's upset to be here, everyone's smiling, everyone's loving. People will help each other. It's like I'm a nerd too, and I like that we can all celebrate, you know, being nerds together.
I would have to say, for me, it was the orgy on the 5th floor. The smoking room, because we were smoking. No, for me, it would be the, I had it a moment ago. Oh, last night, across the way at the Marriott, after swimming in their pool and peeing in it, come on, that bathroom is disgusting. So I pee in the pool, that's not disgusting. So I come down to the restaurant there, and I thought, you know, I'm alone, it's late at night, it's like 11 o'clock or something. And all of a sudden I stumble on two lovely ladies at the other table who recognize me. And so, are they here? You know who you are. One of you took a picture of me. Naked. No. Wow. Screw them. That wasn't memorable. Very memorable. This photographer, we talked about their lives and all of that. And it just was like we were hanging out like friends. It was very nice.
Yes.
And yeah, and she's like a professional photographer, took my picture. And then I said, you'll tweet it to me. She's like, yeah. And then later I go, and she tweeted at me, and I go, where's my picture? And she's like, you're third in line. I have clients, you know. Dante would be different.
If you guys came to my panel yesterday, I did sign a girl's breast.
Yeah! I was there!
And it was a nice breast. So that's gonna be memorable.
I signed a guy's penis.
Awesome.
We are not gonna run up this again, are we?
Yo, question. You wanna pick something?
I have a very big signature, by the way. I'm on vodka and Red Bull right now.
Question. You wanna pick somebody?
Sure.
Pick somebody,
Yeah, I want to pick someone. Green thingy.
Dante, I have a question for you because my friend is too nervous to ask you.
No worries.
Will you sign this giraffe for her?
I will.
That's a mutant giraffe.
I don't have a pen on me.
Okay. Does anybody have a pen?
Sharpie preferred!
Okay, bring it down. Let's do this. What's your friend's name?
Oh, this is Abby.
We'll bring it down, Abby.
Abby, come on down!
I tried starting.
I'm, by the way, standing in for Scott McNeil, so if it's inappropriate, I have to go.
You're standing in for Scott.
Abby!
Scott's not gonna be here.
So cute.
DC. DC, are you saying Scott's not gonna be here?
He was
He's not allowed to be late?
I'm not saying anything. I believe he's still sleeping.
He's still signing.
He's signing.
Cut him some slack. I'm sure he'll be at the hotel bar tonight.
Thank you, Abby.
Bye, Abby. We're ignoring the front area here. So let's go with you again, lady.
Okay, this question's for all of you guys. I was curious whether you guys have any rational or in your own minds rational fears of anything.
Rational or irrational?
Rational or irrational? Brittany.
Brittany, I remember that.
You have a fear of Brittany?
Rational fears. You're a bundle of fears, aren't you?
I don't kill bugs, any bug at all, because I am afraid that if it was like Hitler or something, I'm not letting him live like a roach.
When I was little, I used to take showers as fast as possible because I was be scared that someone would come in the house.
Was it it?
No, I don't know what it was, but I would just take showers and I'd just be scared that I'd come out the bathroom and all my family would be dead.
Wow.
Sorry, we got dark.
Let's explore.
Crazy. I'm in LA.
Oh, now I feel bad, man. Wow, you grew up on the wrong side of the tracks. You know, it's funny. You think talking about LA and irrational fears. I mean, my big one is like living a meaningless life, which is irrational because ultimately there's meaning in everything you do. I just
Or no meaning.
Right, or
Either
no,
or.
but it's okay. That's the
But
point.
it's all good.
It's all good. It's all good. But it's funny. When I first moved to LA when you were a child.
I was there too.
Wait, but I'll tell you. You're gonna remember this. Remember the Richard Ramirez, the Night Stalker walk-in killer. He was for like a month or a couple months at like one point in LA in like 80. Oh my God, I'm really old. 86, 85, 86.
I was born in 86.
My cousin was in the movie. how old is he? He was born in the 80s, can't you?
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, my fear was is that you know, because I lived in the back of an old couple's house in Koreatown, is that and I used to leave the door open during the summer because it was so hot, and you know the breeze come in and all that, and but then every night I would eat a pint of Ben and Jerry's.
This time they did it to me, I bled a little, but after that I was fine.
Luigi, what's up?
Luigi.
I'm currently how to be an actor in college. I was wondering, Dante, I was wondering if you have any tips for an actor.
Continue to study. It takes a lot of time to really get good at what you're going to do. Do theater, but for most actors, I say coming up right now, learn how to write and learn how to create your brand right now. You can do it now. YouTube, those kids are teaching you that it's a new time, it's a new world of how to get into the business, and so that's dope. I would say continue to study, but I would also say you would do yourself a great service if you start YouTube. Start YouTube and start creating your branding and your stuff now. By the time you get to LA, if you build that up, it'll just help you.
That's a good answer.
Fan. I mean, the actual fan. Not that you're not all actual fans.
Dante.
Yes.
My friend Abby, the one that was up there earlier, is too embarrassed to ask this.
Abby has a posse.
She's got good friends.
She's asking if you're single.
I'm not single.
What? Wait, what?
I'm not single. I'm actually engaged.
Really?
Yeah.
Or married to your job.
No, yeah. I am married to my job, but you know, I'm engaged. Next question. What's up, front row? Right here.
Brittany, this one's for you.
Are you single?
I actually have a girlfriend, so no, that's not the question. My question is, like, because it's not in the book, and I'm not sure if anyone in this room knows it, but when you found out you were going to do the part of Wendy for Fairy Tale, how ecstatic were you, and were you a fan of Fairy Tale, or have you heard of it before you were given the part?
I had not before then, but I was crazy ecstatic because I know, like, I really like the artwork from what I've seen. I've seen a lot of this stuff. I have done bit parts and things like that in the first couple seasons. Yeah, I was ecstatic, and it's a character I don't ever get to play this like shy girls, and I don't especially get to play shy little girls. And it's a lot of hard work to record it, but she's totally rewarding, and she is adorable. She is so cute.
I can tell you used your original voice. You didn't need any voice differentiation. I can hear it when you talk.
Oh yeah, I mean I pitch it up a little bit, but that's pretty much it. I just like pitch like, oh, I'm Wendy.
And I also have a question for Dante.
Sure.
Could you just like say one of your lines from Avatar as Zuko and then one as Iroh, because I just love it.
Oh gosh.
Saying all my lines today as Zuko. No, I'm just saying, I don't know. We want to hear what words. Which ones?
Why am I so bad at being good?
Yes! Season 3! That was great!
Why am I so bad at being good? I don't know. I just said, I don't even remember what I said as Iroh. Like, I'll be there.
We'll help you out.
One line you said is the Avatar. You said like,
Looking out for me, Aang.
Oh yeah. Thanks for looking out for me. That's
another one I was actually thinking of was when you were talking to Cora, you said my grandfather would respect the Avatar's decision, so I will too.
My
grandfather would respect the Avatar's decision. And I would too.
Like directors do. When they watch the actors, they do the lines with them, or the writers do. They like live it up. You changed the word.
Sexy guy in the cowboy hat in the back.
Speak up. Use your voice. Bring those boobs down here.
Drop something, Scott. Drop something. Things you never want to hear and heard in a gynecologist's office. Something fell out of me. I said that on my outside voice, didn't I? Hi, everybody. I'm sorry. Hi. Sorry. That was a true Canadian moment.
I'm sorry.
God. Sorry. Okay.
Get ready.
What's happening?
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick the paw. Pick the paw.
You guys want a root beer barrel?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Does it contain sugar?
Yes.
I love you. Because I need more sugar.
God, did you have enough? Don't be a freaking sad panda.
Don't be a sad panda.
God.
Tastes like roofie. Help me! God, it's prison flashbacks.
Wait.
Is that real? Oh, yeah.
I'm picking now.
I have to go on this side. Or chat.
I forget.
You don't know why?
Because. I have nothing. Usual, like, oh my God, they're all our children. We love them dearly, each and every role. Nobody ever has to go. You know, I never go like, man, gotta go slave away in front of a hot microphone all day. Gotta give me that bucket of money. That stuff's heavy. I'll have some. I played a small blob of crime fighting condiments once in a show called Sushi. I go,
That show.
I studied Shakespeare, and what I got paid to do was to go. That's our job. And off. See.
Yeah, I'm gonna like say the total, like, I have trouble choosing between them. I really do love all of them. You create all these characters, they're not really comparable because they're all very different. And I love my job, and I love going to work, and it doesn't really matter what I'm doing in there. I'm always having a good time and happy to be there.
Prince Zuko. He's one of the greatest characters ever written. That's it.
Mine would be aside from the obvious ones, which I'm not going to go there. Instead, I would go with like the very first video game I ever did, which would have been Buffy the Vampire Slayer and doing the Master.
Yeah,
that was me! So that would work.
Buffy. And right here, you want the blue shirt? Yeah. Yeah, you sir.
First of all, I gotta tell you, you guys saw my con guy. I've been stuck in the vendor's room all weekend working.
The answer is yes, as soon as we're done here, just outside the door. How's that?
We relax. Now that you're here, we'll go off the rules.
Yeah, we'll go off the rules.
Alright, second question. Have you guys ever cosplayed anything from what you've worked in? And if not, would you give it the opportunity?
Who was here last year?
I wasn't here, but I saw it.
What'd you do?
I already know you did.
Beloved friend made me a Koga cosplay. That's right, it's not a skirt, it's a kilt. The weirdest part of that was I was going, how the hell am I going to get from the hotel to here without it turning into a freak show? Cosplaying.
Too late.
I walked through, and all y'all, like people were like, you know, just like going, decent Koga. I just signed your boob. I completely became part of the hive. I vanished into obscurity by becoming one of the board. Interesting sociological observation. And then I came in and screamed, and then it all went.
Now you know
Yes.
how to hide from us.
I've been asked to do Wesker so many times as a cosplay, and finally, this is the again I turn it into a blog. Apocalypse Kiss coming out next year. The hair is blonde, and I did work out and lose all my middle-aged fat. And there's actually a video online where I'm promoting Apocalypse Kiss, and if you look for it, at the very end, because the producer, Carmela Haysen, she really was a big fan of Resident Evil, which is why I ended up in the movie. So the two of us are on this video, and the very last portion of it, I've got the shades and the jacket, and we do a little Wesker exchange. So I did cosplay him on video on YouTube.
I have not cosplayed yet, but
You
I did
Rufio.
Rufio.
Which Rufio?
I will. I'm gonna show up at a convention one of these days and just roll it. You know?
Wait, the original Rufio or the troll
It's
Rufio?
so good that it's very intimidating, for sure.
I haven't, but I would love to. But it depends on what character, because like, you know, I mean, they have to be wearing clothes.
They don't have to be.
People ask me to cosplay some characters, and I'm like, are you joking? Like Icarus would be a little tough, because you know, how does she hold that up at all? I don't get it. Like it just covers the nipple, but it's from the bottom. Like, what is supporting that? Those huge things.
Anime physics.
Sorry, but,
Yeah. Anime physics.
They have their own gravity.
Yeah. She does. She loves melons, and she has melons. And yeah, I would love to. I'd really like to cosplay. If I had time to make a costume, there are plenty of characters I would love to do. I think that Yuri from Angel Beats would be a blast to do something like that. So there's plenty that I would do, but some of them I would not.
I'm actually cosplaying right now. This is a Scott McNeil outfit I got in the dealer's room. It's a onesie. It's awesome. I'm actually a tiny little Latvian woman. It zips up the back.
It zips up the crack.
Red dotted, violet dotted the tomato. All right.
I am an aspiring actress, and I've been going to school for like 6 years now for like acting, and I love all you guys, and I love this. I really want Dante to sign this because I absolutely loved you as Kinsuku, and I would like to get a picture with all of you, if that's possible.
Well, what we have to do is because he's dad. point. You make a good point. You make a good point.
Yeah, we will do that. Come, be right here when we get off stage. We'll do that. Awesome. Yes, in the turquoise. Yes, my love.
I would like to come and say goodbye to you because I have to leave. And I haven't even said hello to Brittany yet.
Hello?
Say bye.
In this particular circumstance, Mum, get your bum up.
Sweetheart. Bye, baby. Baby. Bye.
This, by the way, for those who don't know, this is Mum. Please say hi, Mum.
Hi, Mum. I need to borrow money.
Would you say hi and bye to my daughter? And that's for you. I'm sorry, guys. This is bye-bye to you too. Bye-bye to you.
I didn't even know it went.
No. I think your daughter has something to tell you. She's not being able to pay her bills.
It's not working. The phone is not working.
It's not working? Well, nice to meet you, Dante.
You too. Tell us hello.
And next.
Yes. Yeah, I'm saying
Bye, everybody.
I'll pick you eventually, but we're going
Okay, I have one question. I already asked Scott this, but
I don't have to answer.
did you guys always know that you wanted to like perform or do some like anything acting in the beginning? And Dante, I'm kind of embarrassed, but can you say something like in Zuko's voice? Just saying my name. My name is Melanie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Melanie.
Yeah. I just love Zuko. I'm sorry.
Just come with me to the Fire Nation. I have some things I want to show you. I started acting at 10 years
God,
old,
I'm sorry.
so I kind of, there's nothing, I don't know how to do anything else.
I'm dying.
So that's my answer.
Yeah, I always wanted to be a performer. I started out in the theater, but always. It's just been my passion.
Yes.
You always want
actually napping in the hotel room in my head.
I'm inspiring to be an actress as well.
I think we talked about this also.
Yes.
Yeah, no, for me it was, as I said before, I was 7 years old watching Hollywood and the Stars with Joseph Cotton narrating after some crappy movie on Dialing for Dollars. And that inspired me, and from then on, it was the only thing I ever thought of.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Basically, we have taken a horrifying and debilitating mental illness.
We've already established. We're weird. We need help.
You are called, only some will answer.
Oh God,
it is,
die.
you can't not do it, because if I wasn't doing in small padded rooms screaming, I'd be in a small padded room.
I'm screaming. Oh God, I can't
The
believe
green animal over there. It's cute.
Casey, I got this really awesome print from the artist alley upstairs, and because it's from Mass Effect, and I was wondering.
I have no idea where this is going.
Later, I mean.
Well, of course, I think we're running to the airport after this, but like you said, if you come up front right at the end here, absolutely.
Yeah, and I was wondering if you were anticipating like the hype that Mass Effect brought to like this entire world.
I assumed what it would do in France, but I had no idea for Germany. No, I knew it was big, so yeah. So I didn't know it last that the love of it would last this long. So I'm just fingers crossed that the Gaff come back in Mass Effect 4 because I'm the voice of all Gaff. So fingers crossed.
Wait.
Aren't your pink ones?
Yeah.
My question is for all of you guys. What was the first bomb anyone ever left you in the recording studio?
What? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Did you know that you can jar a fart? And they will last for weeks.
Scott, just so you know, it's not a gift to give others.
Something of myself. And
Curiosity killed the
food.
Some fan probably wants it. No.
No, I think you mean like you have like an animation, right? Like when a character. None of those are appropriate for this audience. Sometimes I leave farts. Like if I'm like know somebody's coming in to record next after me, and like we have this really passionate scene, and there's all these silences, and they're blushing, and there's the bubbles. I just like. In there for later. But really the best ones are when you're playing like an adorable little girl and you say something completely raunchy. And they're not expecting it.
Not jazz.
I had someone who played Rhea Oshima in Detective Loki Ragnarok, and they were, as you can imagine, it was very, very crazy.
You're good at picking them.
Because inside I just close my eyes and do this.
Oh God, do it!
I'm not raising my hand.
Down the line, right to the back by the wall. Yes, you just turned around to see who was behind you. Wow, you're pretty.
Stand up. It's a hacky joke. I'm sorry.
You fit easily into overhead storage bins.
There you go.
I started this.
Listen, how are you doing? Yo, I don't know. I didn't read all the search yet. I'm like only finished the first book, and the second book just came out. I don't know exactly what's going on yet, but I will do some. I'm gonna do some voice stuff for the YouTube, and then what was your other question? How do I feel about the ending of Zuko? Like who we ended up with, or how? Oh yeah, I'm not there. I can't even talk on it. I don't know. Don't tell me.
For the love of God.
But what, anything else? And Zulema too.
Oh my God,
Water bottle in the back. Water bottle. Yeah.
Okay, so I have two quick questions. First one's for Dante, and Brent wants to know how comfortable those heights when you were playing Rubio. Second question for all of you is, with shippings, do you ever notice it while you're recording voices, or is it something that pops up when you're around fans or something like that?
With shipping.
Shipping. Pairing. Relationship. Ship. Pairing.
We had this discussion. Don't go into the shipping world if you're not into the shipping world. Do you ship? Are you into shipping, or did you shipping with certain characters, don't get involved. Shipping is like relationships. Shipping.
When you pair people
So
with
like characters that is this whole thing.
Whisper Chris.
OTP. There it is. Speak on some shipping. Speak on some shipping.
Dante's hip.
Here's what I hear. I hear how comfortable it is it in your pair of tights, and then the next thing I hear is when it comes up. There is a direct correlation, by the way. Sometimes tights are more comfortable than others.
The tight things was, this is the thing about Rufio, like now it's like really cool, but back when I was a 50-year-old kid and they were figuring out what Rufio was going to look like, there was a bunch of different sketches. There was a sketch with me with like dreadlocks, there was like another sketch in like leather, and then we were doing all different kinds of things. And then one day, they come with these tights, and these like ripped up jeans, and a t-shirt that shows my belly button. And this Michael Jackson jacket when Michael Jackson was not cool in the early 90s. And then they put this whole thing on, and then the hair came. And you're like, whoa. And then I'm in the back of my mind, like, I hope this is not the one. This can't be what it's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying? Because it just wasn't that cool in the moment. And then you walk, then they take me under the set, and then like Stephen has to see this, right? I'm like, man, I hope Stephen's like, let's try something else. And I walk around the corner of the friggin' Never tree, and I remember it. It's like clear as day. And I walk around, and then Stephen turns around and he's like, yes. You gotta rock that midriff. If you're gonna cosplay Rufio and you're not rocking the midriff, you're not doing it right.
Enough time for one question apiece.
Okay. All right, we've done this before. Every hand that is up now, stay up. Every other hand that is not up now will not have a chance to go up. We're going to do the fastest questions and answers in the entire world, starting right here. Go. And time's up.
CC, how much fun did you have playing Wesker in the video games?
I was working. It was not fun at all.
Original Grinch movie.
What?
That's the original Grinch movie, the animated one with the Who.
Oh, awesome.
Thing ever made.
Awesome.
You know who did the? You know the song. Your mean was a mistake. You know who sang that? Tony the Tiger. The Ravens.
I didn't know that.
Working behind the microphone or front of the camera?
Find the microphone. It's way more interesting, way more creative, way more. Because I played so many weird things. You play them all at once. It's fast. On camera, you do a lot of 16-hour days where you work for like 4 seconds.
Behind the mic is more difficult.
And more fun.
Yeah.
Well, my.
It's all good. It's all fun. It's all fun.
There. Okay, go.
This question for Dante. Since everyone's asking you to do voices as Zuko, can you do one as Jake Long? Yes!
That's what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Dragging up. A quick question before we go. Who did not make it to my line that wanted to get something signed? So let me see.
Hey, now the hands.
I have like you and come through. You in the hood. You in the ears. You in the blue shirt. I have the last 3 of my limited things for this. No. There you go. Thank you guys. Awesome. All right. Keep going with questions.
Okay, go.
As if I could, absolutely. Yeah. Oh boy, what did I just say? I realize that's gonna get really hot after an hour. Yeah, I would.
Okay, go.
Yeah, PC, movie. I saw the movie, the Titanic 2. Yeah, and yeah, do you go down with the ship? You know, like with the.
Do you go down? Do you go down?
You know what? I'll go down with whatever. So. I mean, on the ship, I had to go down with it, and actually, I blew up before it went down. So, by the way, you really should look into your viewing habits.
What's the weirdest thing you've heard in autograph lines?
Heard? I'm not allowed by law to tell you.
I don't know if it's a herd, but like 5 times today at my table, they wanted my liaison to sign.
Have you ever had a dream where you were one of your characters?
That's a good question.
Dreams where I am all of them. Sometimes my characters have dreams that are me. Those are the freaky ones. Alright, there we go.
Brittany, can I please have a picture with you when this is over?
Most definitely.
Thank you.
Richard.
Red shirt.
Here's all piece of being cool. It's like, I'm not even gonna do this.
Huh?
Can you stream Chris on Wesker voice?
Where are we at? We were at, yeah.
Dante, do you think Jake Long and Zuko would work together in a firefight?
Yeah, they would be the best dynamic duo of all time.
Hello, everybody. Which mythological creature would you be and why?
I am a mythological creature. Comedians are mythological creatures. Therefore, I am and I am not.
Jesus Christ. Unicorn.
You are controversial.
I want to be a Pegahorsicon. Awesome sandwich.
A Jill sandwich.
I don't know. I don't eat bread.
What kind of salad would you be?
Black shirt. Black shirt. There you go.
This one's for Brittany. Is there anything particularly difficult about dubbing anime?
Yeah, thanks for the quick question.
Well, it's difficult about it. I mean, yeah, it's always a challenge. It's acting, creating the character, you know, being part of the character and doing it really quickly, really fast.
Acting with somebody else's lips.
Yes.
I'm excited. I don't know anything. I just gotta tell you, I gotta tell the story. Oh, never mind.
You're back to the room. We're going good.